Okay, we're live, and I just picked up this drone in the mail, and if it looks familiar, it's the Meteor75 Pro 04 from BetaFPV. If you're thinking, Jack, pretty sure you got this drone. Well, I got the kit, and then I started to build it online, and it took me a little longer, so I finished it offline, and then I crashed it and smoked smoked the flight controller, but rebuilt it, put it on another drone, and crashed that in a pond. So this is a brand new drone that I have not set up, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of set it up live for you, so that I can answer any questions you might have about this drone. Uh, so this has a DJI 04 Air Unit on board, as does this. This is the last drone that I reviewed. This is the Happy Model Mobula 704. Now, this is a 2S drone. This is a 1S drone. I'm going to do a full review of this of this Beta FPV. Then I want to do a review, or a comparison, I should say, of these two drones because they're both very similar, but they have some things that make them very different. Um, so I wanted to walk through the process that I go through in terms of setting up a tiny whoop specifically from start to finish. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this into Betaflight. So the first thing you need is this little dongle. It comes with the drone. It plugs into the bottom. A lot of times drones will just plug in via USB or USB-C. You can kind of see that on the bottom of this drone. But anyway, I connect that, gives me this little dongle, and then I'm going to connect that here. You can see that it lights up and it's slowly flashing. Now, my computer automatically connected to Betaflight. So I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect. Um, just to kind of walk through Betaflight. I open up the program, right? So if you don't have this, uh, Google it, Betaflight, download it to your computer. If you're flying drones, you absolutely need it. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect. You can see I'm connected to COM5. Um, and I'm just going to kind of walk through some of the different things that I'm looking for. The ports tab, I can see that it's got a serial RX. That's going to be my ELRS receiver. I'm going to set that up today. I'm going to check out the config. I've got my craft name M75 Pro. That's good. I always check my D-Shop beacon configuration here to make sure that it's on, right? So that I can find my drone if I crash by making it beep. Power and battery, I don't bother with that. Failsafe, I don't bother with that. Presets, nope, don't have to worry about that. PID tuning, maybe. Generally, I like to fly these drones before I mess with any of this, but I have already flown these. The thing that I'll really look at here are my rates. 720 is pretty good. I usually fly somewhere between 680 and 720 are the rates that I like. You can see the yaw rate's a little bit slower, but that's fine. The other thing that I'll look at if I'm flying in angle mode, down here, my angle strength is only 50. That's how quickly the drone will snap back to level. A lot of times I will bump that up. Let's just go to 75. Sometimes I'll go as high as 90. You can see my angle limit is 60, which means it'll pitch to 60 degrees, which is pretty steep, means I'm moving pretty fast. So I'm just going to change my angle strength. You don't have to do that. Oh, that's something that I'll do. The receiver, you can see that I'm not connected. I will have to do that. I'll show you how. I do check my modes for sure. I want arm on 1, angle on 2. I don't bother with horizon, so I'm just going to delete that. I like to put my beeper on 3. This is a personal preference thing. You do this for whatever works best for you. Then I'm going to go down and make sure I'll hit flip over after crash on aux 4. I'm going to click save. Adjustments, there are times I'll do that, but not here. Motors, not going to worry about the motors. OSD, I am going to look to see what OSD elements we have. And I'm going to kind of check these. Sometimes I'll get rid of things like I want battery voltage, current draw, I don't need, fly mode, I don't need, just kind of clutters the screen, I feel. Throttle position, I don't need. But everything else I'm going to leave on there. And then when I'm done, I like battery voltage, and I want to know those things. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. Okay. Video transmitter. This is all DJI, so I'm not going to worry about that. CLI. Yes, I am going to change something here. I'm going to do set crash recovery equals on. And I do this for all of my quads. Basically what this means, enter, and let's click save. And I do that for all my quads because if I'm flying angle mode and I bump something, it kind of helps to level, right? Helps with crashing, recovering from crash. You want that. So you're going to want to turn that on. I highly suggest you try that if you have it. Okay, so now that I've got everything in Betaflight kind of the way that I want it, I need to connect my drone to Wi-Fi and set up my ELRS receiver. Now you can see that it's flashing pretty quickly right here, which means it's creating a Wi-Fi network to connect to. So if I go down in the lower right hand on my computer here, sorry, right here, and I look at Wi-Fi networks, I'm going to connect to the Express ELRS network. Now that's actually this right here. I'm going to connect automatically. Now, if it asks you for a password, the password is Express LRS. I've already done that, so it's not going to ask me for that password again. So I'm going to wait till it connects. And once it does, I can open browser and connect. Let's do that here. And I need to go to 10.0.0.1. Boom. That pulls up my Express LRS page where I can put in my binding phrase. Now, I've already set up my radio with a binding phrase. Surprise, it's half chrome. I know a lot of people blur that out, whatever. You're going to fly my drones for me. So that's my binding phrase. I'm going to click save. Configuration saved. Now I'm going to I'm just going to disconnect this here, connect it back. I'm going to power up.
Welcome to HTX.
I'll power up my radio here. And I'm going to make sure that now it connects inside of Betaflight. So I'm going to go to, I can hear that it did. I just heard telemetry connected. But I'm going to go to my receiver. And I also have to make sure that my throttle and my yaw work appropriately. Sometimes these sticks aren't assigned properly. And if that's the case, right, if your drone is spinning on you there, you're just going to change this channel map. So it works, right? AETR is probably what you want. If it's not set to that, sometimes it's set to TAER by default. If that's the case, just go ahead and change that. I can also check my aux switches. All right, let's just go in order. 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So that all works the way I want it to. Now, I'm not done yet because this is DJI, which means I need to do one more thing. I need to set it up with my DJI Assistant 2 consumer drone series. Now, while that loads, I'm going to grab my goggles. Because I need to do a couple of things. I need to update. I'm going to update the firmware here, and I need to register this. Then I need to connect this to my DJI goggles. So should have recognized that, but maybe it isn't because I don't have a battery plugged in. Sometimes that's the case. Let's go ahead and plug in a battery. Come on, connect. It's a pretty straightforward process. Let's just try it again. Disconnect. Connect. I should see this. Make this big for you guys. Come on, it should just connect. All right, it doesn't want to. All right, so we're going to try a different order. So what I'm going to do now, just because that didn't work, here, let's remove that. I'm going to go ahead and connect it to my goggles. We'll go through that process. Maybe it'll work after I do that. So I'm going to power my goggles, tap, and then hold. They power on. They're already set. These goggles are already set to work with my DJI 04 because that's what I've been flying on this. But you just go in the menu here and you say what drone. Basically, it's asking what drone are you flying. I'm flying the DJI 04. Let's see. It's looking for it, but it's not going to connect there because, well, it's not connected yet. So then I'm going to press this button here, right next to that. Now it's flashing, and then I'm going to hold the power button for a couple of seconds till it starts flashing like that. And then let's see. You can't see this, but I can now see picture from the drone. Let's see. It's probably not going to focus, but you can kind of tell as I move, right? You can kind of see that it's somewhat working. It's working. You're just going to have to trust me. All right. So now my goggles, my drone are connected. And it probably is telling me that it needs to be, it should tell me that it needs registration. But it isn't. That's strange because I've never registered this 04 unit.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
Let's connect here. Let's see if, because I have to do two things, right? I need to, it's getting overheated. All right, that is a common problem. All right, so let's power it down. So something that you may want to do, and I didn't do this because it's a little noisy, is have a little fan handy anytime you do work with any of these DJI 04 lights, whatever. This is just an old PC fan. You just kind of keep some air blowing, right? So I just got this little fan, and I'm just going to set this down to kind of keep it cool-ish while I'm setting it up. So I still need to check my firmware, which, let's be real, it should just connect.
Telemetry recovered.
All right, so come on. I heard it connect to my goggles. And I'll just peek in the goggles. Air unit overheated. Still overheated. All right, well. It's really kind of a pain in the butt. So, what I really wanted to do was to show you the whole process. Oh, actually, that was just the old menu. It was just on there from before. So let's try one more time while we're connected here. If you're not watching this live, you can just fast forward till we get to the good stuff. Connecting.
Telemetry recovered.
This DJI here, right on my screen, why are we not recognizing it? I don't get it. Let's close the program. Yes, quit. And reopen. So I usually don't have, you know what? I'm going to just try a different cord. Oh, duh. Okay, here's my problem. I was connecting again to the drone, not to the air unit itself, which is a different plug. Come on, Jack. Rookie mistake. So don't make that rookie mistake. Now let's connect. There we go. Not recognized. Malfunctioned. Let's try a different cable. Maybe that's my problem. Come on. Work. Ah, new choices for memory cards. All right, this is going to work. Come on. All right, so it opened up the internal storage on it, right? So it's empty. Ah, and there we go. Now I have the 04 Air Unit. There we go. And I would like to upgrade to the latest version of the firmware. Start update. Now, after this updates, I'm going to go ahead and plug in a battery. That should allow me then to register on my account. So that's a pretty quick firmware update. Thanks, Ozzy. Update Assistant 2. Turns out I was the problem. Yeah, this may need an update. I can check that, but it looks like we got the latest firmware now downloading, and we should be good to go here in just a minute. But really, this process isn't terribly difficult. You can see I'm going about 17 minutes to set this drone up from out of the box to ready to go. Had I remembered what I was doing and connected to the right port, we'd be in 2-3 minutes quicker. So let's just see. Yep. All right. So update complete. Let's go back and let's just quit here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to plug in a battery to my drone. I feel like it needs a battery in order for it to register. I don't know why, but let's see what does it say here? Come on. All right, we're connected. 04. All right, so we're current. I have no image transmission. All right, so let's do that again, I suppose. Oh, I just connected it. Telemetry recovered.
Telemetry recovered.
All right, so it looks to me like it's good to go. It doesn't need to be registered. I don't know why. Every other time I've had a DJI Air Unit, I've had to register it, which again is just plugging it into this DJI Assistant and says, do you want to register? And you click OK, and then it says, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and quit because it looks like I can go ahead and fly my drone. Yeah, does the battery need to be plugged in to do this? I've always had to plug in my battery to register the drone, but not to update it. So, I don't know. But you can see it works. And I believe I can even fly FPV. Now I can't share this view with you. Ooh, where's I set my radio? But I love this drone. It's a lot of fun to fly. And Ooh. What am I hitting? I'm hitting the antenna of my other drone. But either way, I'm going to fly this thing. I'm going to compare it to the Happy Model 2S version. So let me know what you want to know about this thing. Let me know what you want to know and how it compares to the Happy Model 2S. It's a fun drone. Like I said, I've already flown versions of this, and I'm excited. I'm excited to fly it. So excited. I bought this. I bought this thing with my own money. BetaFPV sends me lots of things, but I bought this one. Ooh, hold on, freeze. Before I sign off, one super important thing. I wish I could. I cannot live stream what's inside the goggles because I can't output the goggle HDMI to the screen. I would love to do that. That is a big downside of this. Actually, is there a workaround? Maybe if I connect my goggles to my phone, I can show you the phone. Let's see if this works. Let me open the door here. Fly around my basement, and if I connect here, hold on. Let's do this. Give me a second here, guys, while I try to set this up. Okay. If I do this. Anyway. All right, hold on. DJI fly. Come on. Oh, I gotta have the battery connected. All right. I should probably go grab a fresh battery. This will work. This is gonna be cool, guys. Promise. All right. So if I stream, yep. Okay, come on. Why? Maybe this isn't gonna work. Come on. This should output to the goggles. I've done that before. Why? Why are we not working here? All right, well, maybe we won't get to live stream it. Should live stream. I've done this before. Where the goggle output is mirrored on my phone. Maybe it's this cable. Maybe that was the problem. Always fun with a live stream. Connect to aircraft. Ha. Here we go, guys. Okay. All right. Now, so I have this on my phone. Now, if I switch to this camera, this webcam. Uh-oh. It's not. It's not really. It's not really great, to be honest. Well, come on. If I raise my desk, let's switch cameras here. All right, now you can kind of see a little glare there. Garage door just opened. That means my wife is home. All right, guys, we're gonna fly around just a little bit. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. You can kind of see what I see, and this is a fun little drone. Like, if you want to fly around indoors, this is the way to go. Like, I really do like this thing. I'm gonna spoil my comparison video. Ooh, I gotta eat. Oh gosh darn it! Come on, crash flip. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was the worst. That was oh, that was the worst ever. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching. Sorry I crashed so quickly, but I'm gonna do a full review of this comparison video. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me just check the questions. Okay. How do you do it, Ozzy? RTPM link your YouTube shrinking. I don't know what that means. So whatever that means, no idea. Thanks, Ozzy. How big a difference in Mavic 4 to the Mavic 3S? Huge. Listen, the Mavic 3S is awesome. The Mavic 4 is going to be awesomer. Is it going to be huge? No. Huge for who? A professional? That's the only person that is going to matter any bit to. Yeah. Mirror my phone to my PC. I don't have OBS. This isn't OBS. It's crappy something else. So listen, I appreciate it. Yeah. Send me a link, Ozzy. Send me a link to that. I'd love to see what it is. Yeah, I don't do a ton of live streams, just here and there, but I just want to do this one to kind of walk through setting up your drone because a lot of people have to do it. Yeah, I know I'm upside down. It's because I switched to this camera, and here, just make people happy. I'll switch back to my main cam. Move my desk out of the way. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Good luck, everyone, and happy flying. I'm out.